Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Singy, today we get to see one of the game's best power hitters. He's tied for the league lead in home runs.
Yeah, he's not just hitting dingers. He's crushing them, Boog. No paint scrapers for him. His bat has been a huge boost to this lineup. Question is, how will they pitch to him today?
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to go. Today's starting pitcher, Valente Beozo. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boog, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. And so far this year, this has not been a very good offense.
Well, in this day and age, if you can't slug and get on base, that OPS has to be at a certain level. If you're going to produce runs, give your pitchers an opportunity as they're facing tough offenses as well.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. Well, Siggy, this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. Sons whose fathers also played the majors.
He's a pull hitter, and that's about as much as you can pull one and keep it fair. So no surprise right there. Nothing the shifted defense can do about it, though.
Here is Aaron Judge on the ground to the left, and foul ball.
Yeah, and beyond that, all the other men in those clubhouses that sort of take you under there.
Oh, wow, what a stop. The feed for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. And we're back. And today on the hill, Clark Schmidt.
Well, you can see his whip is a little above the league average. Not bad, but I think in this one, he's going to need to control that a little bit better. Try to limit hitters from getting on base. Stay in that windup instead of the stretch. And when he does allow base runners, be able to throw a pitch. He's going to get a swing and miss, get out of the inning so that a base hit doesn't do more damage and put his team behind the 8 ball.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Jazz tosses to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. And time now for the Marlins lineup. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Jose Trevino.
Well, this guy's been hitting the ball out of the park. He's really making every at-bat count for something. An on-base percentage just under 500 over his last 10 games.
And at the plate for Miami, Sal Frelick. The other way. Snags it for the second out.
The first baseman.
2 down, bases empty. Now Lamont Wade Jr. 2 outs, bases empty. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Two outs, runner at first. And now Jesus Sanchez. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Bellinger sizing it up. Rings it in. And that'll do it. Marlins leave 1. We played an inning. No score. Top of the second. So now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton. And that one hammered. That's back. And that one is out of here. A shot to the opposite field. It's 1-0.
That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Mitchell settles underneath it. Makes the grab, one away. Here's Nolan Arenado. Arenado with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in. 1 out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. Swings through that one.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4. I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
On the ground. Castro sends it to first, and they get Arenado for the out. Two outs, base is empty. And now the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
To first, and that is that. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here in Miami, now it's going to be Garrett Mitchell, singing he's never finished the season with more stolen bases in his entire career. Now one missed. Out to short. Volpe throws to first in time, and quickly one away in the second. This is Willie Castro. And that one is in for a strike. 1 out, base is empty. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate.
Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes they'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, well-respected umpire in the league.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Volpe throws to first in time. And that quickly 2 away. How much were you aware of the umpire's scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Right through there for a strike. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Swing and a ball line to center. Bellinger makes the grab. So they make short work of him there. We played 2 full. Yankees 1 and the Marlins nothing. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. This to third, Paulie. And one away in the top of the third.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
So up next, Ben Rice. Rice with a homer in his last game. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And here it comes. And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
He might have to look for a different put away pitch right here 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
That misses the zone. Full count, 3-2. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. So the lineup flips over. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. And this one looks like trouble. Around first and hustling for second, and he's in with a stand-up double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Here's Cody Bellinger. 2 outs. Fouls one off. 2-2.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So they can't do anything with a 2-out double. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Yankees 1 and the Marlins nothing. Set for the bottom of the third, and now for the Marlins, Graham Paulie. On the ground right side. Steps on first for the out.
Batting ninth, the left fielder,
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. And that's ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Myers stands at first with 1 out. On a line, base hit. Dominguez fires it in quickly. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down.
Everything came together for him. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
So digging in, Sal Frelick. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Throws it away. Tag. Not in time. Safe. It's 1-1. Here's Lamont Wade Jr.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Outside. And that's ball 2. And that one fouled off.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a broken bat roller towards third. Scoops it up barehanded, and they get the out. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. On to inning number 4. All tied 1-1. As we go to the top of the 4th, here comes Aaron Judge. Judge waits. That one fouled off. 2-2.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can't forget it. A gigantic blast. Home run number 10 of the year. It's 2-1.
The sun rises and Aaron Judge hits a home run. That's a pretty normal day in the world of baseball. Hitters today are looking to pull the ball and get it in the air. Even on a breaking ball away, does a nice job of staying square to the plate, allowing his arms to get extended and get good wood to it.
Here's Stanton now. And that one is lifted in the air. Myers under it. Puts it away for the out. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Fair ball. Around first, heading for 2. Throws to second. Not in time. It's a double.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
So runner at second, 2 down. Anthony Volpe now at the plate. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Arenado at second with 2 down. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the DH, Jesus Sanchez. The 1-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
And up next for Miami, Garrett Mitchell. Next pitch misses, and a count 2-1. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Hauls it in for the out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
So up next, Willie Castro.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Man at first, one away.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a line drive at a right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Here's Jose Trevino. And that's in for a strike. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Bellinger settles under this one. Squeezes it. That is the inning. 1 left for Miami, and our score remains 2-1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. So a man on base to start the inning. And up next for New York, Ben Rice.
Runner.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1-2 now. To short, could be 2. Here's Lopez for 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. That's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
So the batting order turns over. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Fastball for a strike. And down on strikes. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Down in order go the Yankees as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. We We head to the bottom of the fifth. And at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. Lifted in the air, right center field. Chisholm sizes this one up. He's got it. One away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers. One down, base is empty. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle.
Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Ground ball, could be two. Whips it to first on the run. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Well, he did all he could at short to try to make an amazing play and almost got it done, but good hustle down the line, and that's an earned infield hit.
So digging in, Sal Frelick. The 1-1. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here comes the throw. Safe. In comes the run from second. We are tied at 2.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runners at the corners here. One away. Lamont Wade Jr. the next up for the Marlins. Fought off foul.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Lopez, the runner at third. Frelick over at first with one away. And that's ripped for a base hit. Lopez scores. It's an RBI single. 3-2. They take the lead.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Aaron Boone makes his way out of the dugout, and he will make a move to the bullpen. Clark Schmidt is done, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. New pitcher for the Yankees, Miguel Castro.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
2 on, 1 out. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Line drive. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. Two on, 2 outs, and they're all loaded up.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So up next, Willie Castro. Fastball right back to the mound. Tosses to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But but 2 runs for them, and they jump ahead. 5 innings complete. It's the Marlins 3 and the Yankees 2. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Cody Bellinger. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. He circles the bases. It's his 6th home run of the season. It's 3-3. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. Going to count 1 and 2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Myers makes the catch, and there's 1 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Beozo ready to fire now. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. One down, base is empty. And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Good horizontal movement on that curveball right there, and just enough to get him to chase it. He placed it just off the corner, and that's one of those where a pitcher says if he's going to miss, he's going to miss off the plate. So really good job. Great pitch for the punch out.
Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. The Yanks do get 1 on the solo homer. We're tied now at 3 apiece. You're dialed into the show. Well, we go bottom 6, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Jose Trevino. Trevino with some impressive production lately. Right through there for a strike.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
That's the 3rd. Zips it across. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley. And now 1 and 2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Mark Leiter Jr. getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Efros warming up as well. This one in the air. Volpe drops into the glove. 2 up, 2 down. Now the left fielder, Dane Myers. Two down, nobody on. Strike 2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 6 full. All tied up at 3 apiece. Declan Cronin will take over here.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
That one a little bit high. 2 balls and a strike.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Frelick has a beat on it. And there's 1 down.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's off the outside edge. Now 2 balls and a strike. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Frelick ranging back and gone. His 9th homer of the year. It's 4-3. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Here's Andrew Kisner. That misses, and the count 2-1. Just missed. Way out front for strike 2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Next offering is in for a strike. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Two outs. Good eye in that spot.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
And a swing and a miss. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Back after this on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Mark Leiter Jr.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now it's the Marlins leadoff hitter, Otto Lopez. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Volpe throws it to first in time. And 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Sal Frelick getting ready to hit. Hit in the air out to center field. And there's 2 down.
Now back, first baseman.
So here's Wade now. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
1-2.
That one hit to right. Judge hauls it in to end the inning. Back here in Miami, ready to begin the 8th. Bellinger up to hit. Late on that fastball.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2. Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
It's Aaron Judge now. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Judge rips that one. This one could be trouble. Bellinger around second on his way to third. Coming home. He'll score easily.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
New pitcher now, Ronnie Enriquez.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him.
They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
That one misses. Ball 2. Just missed. Runner at second, nobody out. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez. That one drilled left field and foul ball.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
And that's a base hit into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Nolan Arenado stepping in now for the Yankees.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2, get out of this.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. The high heat, too much on that one.
Well, it gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. He sent one out of here in the 7th.
Yeah, big moment in this game as well. It was a great swing and one of the reasons why they're out in front and looking to add on right here.
Traffic on the bases with 1 already in, and we're in the top of the 8th. The shortstop takes the ball.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And that's the third out. Yankees strike for a run on the RBI double. It's now 5-3. Major League Baseball is on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the Marlins DH, Jesus Sanchez. Way inside, gets out of the way. Movement in the Yankees pen. Ian Hamilton getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Efros also getting ready.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
And he hits a ground ball right side. And that one handled. Sends it to first. One gone to the bottom of the 8th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
So digging in, Garrett Mitchell. There's a strike. One down, base is empty. And he grounds one to the right side. Rice. Close play, but he just beat him to the bag for the out.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Digging in, Willie Castro. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Ground ball right side. Chisholm. Marlins set down in order. And the Marlins down quietly. They're still down 5-3. We go to the 9th. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Andrew Kisner. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next, the first baseman, Rice.
And here's the first baseman, Ben Rice. On the ground, could be 2. Spin throw, that's 1. And they turn to double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Now here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. Bottom part of the order, 7, 8, 9, 2 up in inning number 9. It's the Yankees 5 and the Marlins 3. So they turn to their closer, Ian Hamilton.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Now the catcher up to hit, Jose Trevino. That one the other way. Jazz tosses to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Here's a 1-1. Right back to him on the mound. Throws to first in time. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the left fielder.
So they're down to their final out. Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins.
You got the number 9 hole hitter right here, looking to do whatever he can to get on base, turn this lineup over so the best hitters in this lineup have a chance to tie up the ball game. Or
lifted to left, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take game 1 of the series on the road.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. Never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.